Welcome back to Senior Benefits Insider. I'm really glad you're here with me today. Take a moment, settle in, maybe grab a cup of coffee, because what I'm about to share is not something you want to hear secondhand or discover too late. This is one of those updates that quietly arrives, right around the holidays, while everyone's distracted, but it can have real financial consequences for millions of seniors across the United States. Now let me say this clearly right up front. Social Security is delivering something on Christmas Day. And no, I'm not talking about your monthly benefit check. I'm talking about an official document that every single one of the nearly 75 million Social Security beneficiaries needs to pay close attention to. This is being released digitally on December 25th, and then mailed out starting the very next day, December 26th. And I know what some of you are thinking already. You're thinking, it's probably just tax paperwork. I don't file taxes. This doesn't apply to me. Please don't tune out yet. Because this year this document matters more than it has in a very long time. With all the talk about a possible $2,000 stimulus payment, with the Social Security Fairness Act already paying out larger benefits and lump sums to millions of people this year, and with new senior tax deductions now signed into law, this single piece of paper could be the difference between getting money you're entitled to or missing out completely. And today, I'm going to explain exactly what's being delivered, why you absolutely need to keep it, and what can go wrong if you ignore it. If you're new here, welcome. My name is James, and on this channel, Senior Benefits Insider, we break down Social Security updates, SSI and SSDI changes, Medicare news, tax rules, stimulus talk, and every major program that affects seniors and people living on fixed incomes. I've been covering Social Security developments for years now, and I spend hours reading through government announcements, IRS releases, and policy updates so you don't have to. I know many of you don't usually deal with tax forms or filing returns, but I need you to trust me on this one. This year is different. Here's what's happening. On Christmas Day, December 25th, the Social Security Administration will make your SSA 1099 form available online through your My Social Security account. If you live outside the United States, it will be the SSA 1042S instead. This form shows exactly how much money Social Security paid you during the entire 2025 calendar year. And this is important. This information doesn't just go to you. A copy goes directly to the Internal Revenue Service. The IRS already knows what Social Security says you received. Then, starting December 26th, Social Security will begin mailing out physical paper copies of these forms. By law, they must all be delivered no later than January 31, so whether you access it online or receive it in the mail, this document is coming to you very soon. Now let's talk about why this matters even if you normally don't file taxes. Over the past several months, there has been ongoing discussion at the federal level about another stimulus-style payment, often described as a $2,000 check. No, nothing has been finalized yet. No, there is no official payment date. But we've been here before. And what happened during 2020 and 2021 is extremely important to remember. During the pandemic, stimulus payments were supposed to go out automatically. And for many people, they did. But millions of Americans, including seniors, never received their payments. Some had outdated bank information. Some were missing from IRS databases. Some simply fell through the cracks. And years later, the IRS made it clear that the only way to claim those missing payments was by filing a federal tax return, even if you had never filed one before. That's the key lesson here. If a new stimulus payment does happen, and if for any reason you don't receive it automatically, the only way to claim it may be through a tax return. And if you need to file a tax return, you must report your Social Security income accurately. And to do that, you need this SSA 1099 form. Without it, you're stuck. Even if you've gone your entire retirement without filing taxes, this document is still your proof of income. Put it somewhere safe. You may need it in 2026 to claim money that belongs to you. Now let's talk about another group of seniors who absolutely must pay attention this year. Roughly 3 million Social Security beneficiaries received significantly more money in 2025 due to the Social Security Fairness Act. This law repealed two long-standing rules called the Windfall Elimination Provision and the Government Pension Offset. These rules reduced Social Security benefits for people who also received certain government pensions, including teachers, firefighters, police officers, and other public servants. When those rules were repealed, benefits increased. Monthly payments went up starting in April, and many people also received large lump sum back payments to make up for years of reduced benefits. And while that money was absolutely deserved, it came with a catch that many people did not plan for. That income is taxable. If you're one of the people who received a lump sum payment this year, your SSA 1099 is going to show a much higher number than you're used to seeing. That alone could push you into a situation where you are now required to file a tax return, even if you never had to before. And if you don't file when you're required to, that's when penalties and problems can begin. And there's more. Earlier this year, Congress passed a tax reconciliation bill that included a brand new senior deduction. $6,000 for single filers and $12,000 for married couples filing jointly, on top of the standard deduction. What that means in plain English is that some seniors who normally wouldn't benefit from filing a tax return might actually get money back this year by filing. Or they may significantly reduce what they owe. Again, I'm not giving tax advice. I'm not a CPA. But I am telling you that the 2025 tax season is not business as usual. There are new rules, new deductions, higher benefit amounts, and potential stimulus implications. And this single Social Security form sits right at the center of all of it. Now here's something very important that a lot of people overlook. When you receive your SSA 1099 or SSA 1042S, do not just glance at it and toss it into a drawer. Take a few minutes and actually review it. Mistakes are rare, but they do happen. Social Security processes millions of records. A simple error can turn into a serious headache if it isn't caught early. Imagine this scenario. You actually received $12,000 in Social Security benefits during the year. That's what hit your bank account. But when you look at your form, it says $36,000. Maybe a number was entered incorrectly. Maybe records were mixed up. But now the IRS believes you received 3 times more income than you actually did. If you file your taxes using the correct $12,000 amount, the IRS computers may flag your return. From their perspective, it looks like you underreported your income. That can trigger letters, delays, and months of stress trying to fix something that was never your fault. And the opposite can happen too. If the form shows less than what you received, you could unknowingly underreport income and face problems later. That's why checking this form matters. Compare it to your bank deposits. Make sure the numbers make sense. And if something looks wrong, contact Social Security immediately. It is far easier to correct an error before filing than to fight it afterward. You can access this form online through your My Social Security account starting December 25th. If you don't have an account, you'll receive the form by mail no later than January 31st, and while it's not required, I strongly recommend creating a My Social Security account if you're able. It's free, it takes about 10 minutes, and it gives you direct access to your benefit information anytime you need it. Once you receive the form, store it somewhere safe. Do not throw it away. Do not lose it. You may need it for taxes, for stimulus claims, or for income verification in the future. I know tax documents aren't exciting. I know most people would rather ignore them. But spending 5 minutes now can save you months of frustration later. This form protects you. It proves your income. And this year, more than ever, it matters. So to wrap this all together, Social Security is releasing your official tax form starting December 25th online and mailing it beginning December 26th. It shows exactly how much you received in benefits during 2025. When you get it, review it carefully, make sure it's accurate, and keep it safe. And stay informed, because the months ahead could bring additional changes that affect your money. If you found this helpful, please take a moment to like this video. It really helps the channel reach more seniors who need this information. Make sure you're subscribed, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates. And as always, stay tuned right here to Senior Benefits Insider, because I'll continue breaking down everything you need to know, clearly, honestly, and in plain English. Thanks for being here with me today.